Next up, we have the responsible contracting policy. Dr. Swift.
Thank you, President Johnson and trustees. This is a project that the trustees have been committed to and working on for quite some time, and especially there has been committed and focused work over the previous 11 months since late last fall. Our commitment in the district has long been to select responsible and ethical contractors and subcontractors so that we are ensuring that our work is completed by responsible folks who are a part of responsible firms, and that they're going to give us the best value and the highest quality and allow us to be the excellent stewards of the public trust and of the public monies. So I appreciate, trustees, the opportunity to bring this responsible contractor policy. We will be among the first districts in the state to have one that is this comprehensive. I will point out, trustees, as you know very well, that the policy is fairly straightforward in expressing our core value about choosing the best contractor for the job and basing that on specific criteria. But all of that criteria lives in the regulations. So we have joining us this evening, working the late night hour, Mr. David Komsa and Mr. Blaha, who have been with us throughout this time. We will overview the policy. The trustees have had quite a lot of time on this, so we'll give it a light overview. I do understand that many of your questions or perhaps your discussion may lean toward regulations, and that is perfectly acceptable as well. We're prepared to have robust discussion on both sides of this coin, the policy and the regulations. I do want to thank members of our community that have worked with us throughout this time so that we were sure to come forward with a strong and complete policy. So with that, Mr. Komsa.
Thank you, Dr. Swift and trustees. Bill's here to briefly mention, highlight some of the items in the proposed responsible contracting policy. A lot, as you know, the committee put a lot of work into this particular policy. I think it reflects the values of the Ann Arbor school community regarding the most reliable and cost-effective use of the public monies of which you are trustees, requiring that the firms be committed to diversity, which is a value of the Ann Arbor Public Schools and all of us, and contractor integrity, et cetera. And I just wanted to highlight those few things. And Bill, if you wanted to address quickly some other ones.
Thank you, and good evening, trustees. Before you is the first briefing of the responsible contractor policy. And from our perspective and the work that has been through the committee is one that has been a careful balancing of existing laws. The laws are cited at the bottom of the policy, and so the policy content we believe to be consistent with the other values as delineated in your other policies that the board has adopted, and sets the tone for the promulgation of administrative regs pursuant to this policy. And the regulations, as my understanding, will also indeed be posted publicly. In the policy, the regulation and the certification, there are requirements that the contractors must adhere to all the laws, the public policy, whether they're local, state, or federal laws. And so that broad compliance and certification that they are certifying they understand and will comply addresses the broad-based spectrum of legal requirements without needing to get into a myriad of subcategories. And, part of our job as the legal representatives is to be concerned about where the district could become embroiled in litigation that would otherwise might not need to be. I recall some of the discussions about what's the point of the policy and the criterion, and it's the lowest responsible bidder who can successfully complete the project in a time sensitive manner in the best interest of the district and the broader community. So the breaking things down further is a concern from a legal perspective, and I think you're covered, quite frankly.
We want to provide the maximum amount of flexibility to both the bidders and the district through this process, so we get the lowest responsible bidder. And my recollection is that the way we do that is by using the word may instead of shall, which would require the team to go through those 24 or 28 items, whatever we have there now. But that's just my recollection. So in my opinion, may gives the district better flexibility and perhaps contractors as well.
So if it's okay with trustees, can we leave it at that, think on it, and then approach it during second briefing? Sound good? All right, excellent.
So President Johnson, I'm hearing the direction that the policy will stand as it's currently written pending the second briefing. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Thank you.